Muted.
Hello. Okay, boss. And sitting on Hana, boss. Yeah. So I've got BW sitting on top of Hana. Yeah. So now we know we can do modeling in BW, and we can also do modeling in Hana also, right? So when I have BW on top of Hana, I can leverage both the modeling capabilities. I can leverage BW modeling. I can also leverage modeling which is coming as part of Hana also. Yeah. So now what we're trying to do is, let's say I have BW sitting on top of Hana. Let's say you have taken the database tables of some schema, and then you've done some Hana, you created some Hana modeling. You created some calculation view, analytical view, or attribute view. Now, once I have those HANA models done, how do I consume them at the application layer? That's the focus. Let's say I have a BW system with HANA as the backend, and you've done HANA models, HANA modeling in the backend of the HANA database. And now we're looking at how do I consume those HANA models at the application layer. Let's say you create an analytical view. How can I consume that in the front end, into the BW application? Let's say I've got calculation view, how do I consume? I've got attribute view, how do I consume it at the BW applications? That's the point. Ultimately, you can think about exposing those models for BEX reporting. That's the concept. Okay, boss. There are multiple ways of doing, and each one has got some advantages and limitations also. You got understood the scenario, right? What we're trying to do now. The first option is with transient provider. Let's say you have a view. Let's say you have a view, and you would like to consume it at the BW layer. So by using transient provider, I can do that. Look at this now. Look at the screenshot here. This is BW, and in the backend I have HANA. This is BW on HANA bus. In the backend HANA, let's say you create some calculation view, yeah, and I would like to consume that in the BW layer. So what I've done, I've created a transient provider, which is a virtual object. When it's a virtual, transient provider does not hold any data physically bus. And this transient provider is one which is built on top of this view, and this can be exposed for reporting. And transient provider will be created with the technical name starting with @3. Okay, now was fine. Let's do this. ఒక్క నిమిషం. Voice slow. Okay. Okay, boss. So I already have a view. I'm just trying to create a copy of it. Okay. So now just try to understand the scenario. So I have a calculation view, which is just referring to some of the schema called what? Can I say this is non-BW schema? Because HANA lo SAP ABAP 1 is the BW scheme. So all the BW relevant database should be into that. But I've just built a view on, there's one more schema called shell, and I've got some tables maintained into it. Leveraging those tables, I've just created a calculation view like sales and some contract. I've got those details, and this is my data. So I've got document number, customer number, product, unit, and some contract, and then there's some key figure quantity. This is a simple calculation view which I've built in graphical one. Yeah. Now I would like to expose this into the BW layer, into the application layer. Mm-hmm. So let's go to this BW. Okay. So we get into the P code, RS double D underscore HM underscore publish. RS double D underscore HM underscore publish is a T code to publish your HANA model as transient provider. Okay, boss? Hmm. మొత్తం చూసి నువ్వేం రాసుకో అలా అంత సింపుల్. ఓకే, జస్ట్ గో టు ద ప్యాకేజ్. నా ఏ ప్యాకేజ్లో ఉంది? ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ టీపీ వ్యూస్ అండ్ what was my model? ZCV sales order 001. Okay, and just say what? Create. And this is going to be analytical index. Say okay, and this is your transaction at the rate 3 and so on. So, and you can specify info here, but doesn't make sense. But here you get to see all the characteristics, and in this tab you get to see all the key figures. Okay, and just save. And this is about having this transaction provider. Now let's go to the big query designer and design query. You can do this transaction provider. Create Bex query. Okay, and you find your transaction provider. So open, and then bring in your customer, and then I'm just running this report.
Unmuted. Muted.
That, and you see this, and this is the data which is actually read from your view in the backend. Fine. Okay. This is one way of doing it. And next, I just want to see have a requirement like this. Say I've got customer, right? I've got a field called customer. I would like to associate this field customer with the master data what I have in BW. So if I expand this, I'm getting nothing. I don't see any attributes here. But what I've done is I have the master data in BW. Yes, customer. If you see this, I have this master data enabled with lots of attributes for C1, C2, C3, C4, what? C4. If you look at this model, is it the same customer? If you go distinct, you have the 5 customers. But for these 5 customers, I have the master data available in BW field. Now with the transient provider, I'm getting a field called customer. I would like to associate that field with the master data what I have in BW. We can also do that in transient provider. What was it? Change. I'll go to this characteristic customer. The transient protocol, what is? Reference information. Yes, customer. Okay, done. If I get back to my designer again, and try designing query on top of it. Now customer contract is fine, but apart from customer, can I get any of those attributes here? I'm able to associate in the transient provider. I'm able to associate my fields with the corresponding master data in BW and bring their master data. Say I want to go with customer type and something like gender or some communication type something. So can I go with the dealing with master data also? So CNet is all coming from your views, but their attributes are coming from your master data in BW. So you can also associate the field from the transient provider towards your master data in BW. But I have this problem. Look at this. If I remove this customer from the drill down, attributes are gone. Now let's say I have a requirement saying I would like to have drill down even on the attributes, say customer type, all this. So normally we use what? But navigational attributes are not supported with transient provider. That's the limitation of transient. It does not support navigational attributes. That is a limitation of your transient provider. Okay. And one more limitation is you cannot transport the transient provider directly. First limitation is you cannot leverage your navigational attributes along with it in the drill down. You can associate field with the master data in BW, that is fine, but you cannot work out with navigational attributes, that is one. And one more thing is you don't have a direct flexibility of transporting the transient provider. Transient provider ni direct transport cheyalemu annattu. So SAP BW database LTP నే ఇది ఉంటుంది, database table ఏ పడటం for provider ఒక టేబుల్ దొరకాలి, RSLTP నే ఉంటుంది కదా. ఇక్కడ ఉందా? ఇది డేటాబేస్ LTI. Yeah. So now question is, I said we cannot transport transient providers. That's direct with the direct. You can go to transport connection tab, collect object converter. You cannot collect that. So as a workaround, what you do is if you go to SC11 RS LTP LTIP. Okay. So you'll have, see, actually when you create a transaction provider, obviously it does maintain the metadata into some database table in the backend. That is this LTIP and a directory of transaction providers. You'll have a table here. Basically what I'm saying is you cannot transport the transaction provider directly with the direct mechanism. But when you create a transaction provider in the system, it does maintain some entries in the backend tables. If I can move these entries from this table from development system to quality is a transaction provider available in the quality, atla vaadtam annattu. So get into this. And what was yours? Idana ZCV. ZCV sales order. This was your transaction. Just select this entry and say table entry and say what? Transport. And then collect into ఇది ఒక టేబులే కాదు RS LTIP star bit. If you have any reference, and actually there are 5 tables relevant for transaction provider. RS LTIP is the main table for the main transaction provider. ఇక్కడ ఇంకోటి ఉంది అంటే రెఫరెన్స్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఏదంటే దీంట్లో కూడా ఎంట్రీస్ ఉంటాయి అన్నట్టు. అంటే యూ హ్యావ్ రెఫరెన్స్ టు ఎస్ కస్టమర్. చూడు ఎస్ కస్టమర్ రెఫరెన్స్ ఉందన్నట్టు. ఈ యాక్టివ్ ఎంట్రీ అగైన్ ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ టు ద సేమ్ రిక్వెస్ట్. ఓకే, ఆ 4 అన్ని టేబుల్ మన దానికి సంబంధించి ఏదైనా ఉంటే RSLT IP బేస్లో ఏముంది నెక్స్ట్. Text. Only the active ones you take, yeah? Ante. If you go to SC09 and you observe this, it would have all the table entries of LT, IP, and reference location, and if you see, you can see the entries. Atla. So you basically collect all the relevant information from this base tables, and then take this transport to the quality system. Then the entries of this table will be formed in the backend tables of the quality system, and then you have the transaction provider. This is the workaround you leverage to transport the transaction, but direct flexible of transporting you don't have it. So you transport the contents from the underlying tables of this transaction provider to the quality. This is the workaround you use. Okay, no, but navigation attributes there is no workaround. You cannot reuse it. You have to recreate again. So generally in the production they will not really open you to do that. So even though still they don't support for transporting, if you still want leverage, this is the workaround you have to leverage. That's what I'm saying. You create transaction provider in development, and you basically have to collect those entries of these tables and move this. And first thing is you should have the view. You should transport the view from HANA development to HANA quality through HANA native transport. Then this transaction provider should go to quality system. See, you'll have development BW, development HANA, quality BW, quality HANA. So you should transport the view from development HANA development to HANA quality first. Then transport the transaction provider from development BW to quality BW. For doing the transport of transaction BW, don't have direct flexibility. You should transport the entries from this underlying tables. That's what I'm saying. Okay. We can create a transaction provider on the ODP data, so we can do that. Info sets, using info set, you can do it. What about the navigation attribute? That is the, you don't have the flexibility of using navigation attribute. దానికి వర్కరౌండ్ లేదు. ఓకే, దీనికి ఒకటి ఉంది అంతే. ఓకే బాస్. సో నెక్స్ట్ అంతే అన్న ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ప్రొవైడర్. అండ్ యూ నో అబౌట్ రిలీజింగ్ దిస్ రిక్వెస్ట్ అండ్ గెటింగ్ ఇట్ డన్. when do we use this transit provider? Okay, on which scenario we'll go for transit provider because the same provides all facility on top of Hana. We can first let me just finish up with virtual cube and there are more reports, more flexibility. In last kettle చెప్తానంటే big query on view directly. ఇవన్నీ లేవు అట్లా కూడా పోతుంది. Then we'll discuss what to do. Yeah. The next case is cube with Hana model. Virtual cube with Hana model. If you see, we have different types of cubes, right? Standard cube or real-time cube, all this stuff. Single batch. And then so see, if you try to create a cube, I have an option of doing what is this? We had all this direct access DTP, BAP, and then functional. There is one more. What is based on HANA model? The next flexibility of consuming HANA models in BW is what? Virtual cube based on HANA model. So you can create a virtual cube based on HANA model. Yeah. And do you see a flexibility in transient provider that are you creating infobix? Let's say my view had said 7 fields. Did you create infobix? Never. Okay, based on HANA model. So I can create a virtual cube based on HANA model also. So I would like to leverage this same view, ZCV sales order 001 and consume through virtual cube on HANA model. So in this case, what I should do first, I should create. I have view with how many columns here? 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need to create 6 info objects. Then use those 6 info objects, create my virtual cube. Then do the mapping of the field versus info object. I should go about creating those info objects. But what I'll do is, I already have a cube where my info objects are already built. Okay, so I'm creating info cube. Yes, we model something. Virtual on HANA model. So I'll say what? I just gave some technical name of the cube, description, and virtual based on what? HANA model. And what's the model it is? Package is TP views. Model is this. And just say OK. And say create. So I specified which view I'm going to use, but I've got no info objects. But I already have a cube where I can leverage the info object which is already created. I don't know how to create again. HV ZV then what level? So let me just at least I info objects what template go need done. Okay. So yes, I already based this cube on this model, and I've got my info objects. Now I'd like to do the association, saying which info object will start showing the data of which column in my view. Yeah? So we can go with this assign HANA view fields. Okay. Instead of doing this, I can also go one by one manual. Right click and say what is provider specific properties. And what is the attribute name you want to map this with? Zero unit kada, Z unit to map చేయాలి. What about this order number? Map this with document number. What about this customer? Customer number. ఇలా వెళ్ళినా కూడా అన్ని చేయొచ్చు. ప్రపోజ్ వెళ్ళొచ్చినట్టు. I can ask my system to propose main part. For product, this product, and the next one contract, this contract. And for key figures, product specific property would be my what content. And if required, can I enable navigation attribute? Just contract type and customer we enable there. Contract wise, I'm okay with this contract. Contract start date, end date. I'm okay with this. So I'm able to leverage this navigation attributes in this case. Yeah. So now can I start doing reporting on this? This is virtual, no loading. Straight away you can start seeing the data in this. So అంటే ఇది మాస్టర్ సరిగ్గా లేదు ఉంటే నావిగేషన్ వచ్చేది అన్నట్టు అంతే కదన్నా. మాస్టర్ దీనికి మాస్టర్ లేదు అందుకు రాలేదు, దీనికి ఉంది కూడా వస్తుంది. దట్స్ అబౌట్ బ్రింగింగ్ నావిగేషన్ attributes. So if you can see data here, obviously I should be able to do reporting on this cube also. Yeah. I can drag and drop and do reporting on this virtual cube. This is another way of consuming the underlying HANA models in BW. Okay. One more way of doing it. అన్ని చెప్పినా మనం వాడతాము. నువ్వే చెప్తావు లాస్ట్. Once we know everything, then we will be able to comment on each here. But see, the advantage of this would be what? We are able to leverage navigation attributes. I can do normal transport, but the problem here is you end up creating info objects again. If I have a view with say 120 columns or 120 fields, I end up creating 120 info objects again. Yeah, that's the limitation again with this. Okay, Nanda. ఇంకొక వే చూడు, అనదర్ వే ఆఫ్ డూయింగ్ ఇట్. కొద్ది కన్ఫ్యూజింగ్ గా ఉంటుంది, బట్ స్టిల్ బికాస్ మనకు తెలియదు కాబట్టి. You see a new source system called ODP HANA Information Views. ODP HANA Information Views and go source system connection. We have a new source system connection called ODP SAP HANA Information Views, through which basically I can connect to an SAP applications and consume views. Elagante, this is best suitable in a case where, let's say you look at this, I've got BW on HANA and I've got ECC on HANA. Okay. In ECC backend database, let's say I've created a view. Let's say I've got HANA Live or ready-made view. Okay, view undi. I would like to use this view and do reporting in BEX in BW. అర్థమైందా సినారా? ఇది BW HANA అన్న సేమ్ వే నాకు ECC. So I've got BW on HANA and this is ECC on HANA. Okay, boss. I've got BW on HANA and I've got ECC on HANA. So let's say in this HANA database here, I've got HANA model. let's say some view, and I would like to consume this HANA model in BW. This is a requirement. Okay, Nana. So what I do, by using ODP HANA information view source system, we establish a connection at the ABAP layer. Means by using RFCs, we establish a connection. And through this connection, I can start consuming these HANA models as ODP providers. Means I can have data source built on HANA view in the source system. Confusion? BW with HANA, ECC with HANA. Normal, BW ECC connect this normal. But when you do connection, when you connect these ABAP systems using ODP HANA information views, the connection is at the ABAP layer with RFC connections. But with this connection, you will be consuming HANA models of the source system based as ODP objects, and you create data source on those. That's the point. Okay, Nana? ఇప్పుడు ఇది అర్థమైంది కదా. సో దీన్ని నేనేం చేస్తున్నాను చూడు, ఇదే ఆప్షన్ని ఇట్లా వాడచ్చు కదా అంట నా పాయింట్. బీడబ్ల్యూ అన్నా, ఓకే, అదే కాపీ అంటే ఫిజికల్ కాపీ కదా, దాన్నే అన్నట్టు. అంటే ఇదేంది ఇంకో బీడబ్ల్యూ హనా కాదు, అదే బీడబ్ల్యూ హనానే. ఎట్లా పెట్టాలి తెలుసు నాకు. బట్ ఈ సిస్టమ్ బీడబ్ల్యూ హనా ఉందన్నా, దాన్నే మళ్ళీ వాడుతున్నట్టు అంతే, ఇంకో కాపీ కాదన్న, ఇది మళ్ళీ ఇన్స్టలేషన్ కాదు, సేమ్ సిస్టమ్. I can connect through RFC, right? అంటే myself RFC వాడేది చేసి myself BW ఉన్నట్టు. The same, you have got BW HANA, and the same BW HANA is connected as source system to BW HANA nights. అప్పుడు అదే సిస్టమ్ లో ఉన్న వ్యూస్ అన్నిటిని ఈ ఓడిపి డేటా సోర్స్ లా కన్జ్యూమ్ చేయొచ్చు కదా. ఇది ఇంకో బీడబ్ల్యూ కాదన్నా, ఇదే బీడబ్ల్యూనే మళ్ళీ వాడుతున్నా. సో ద సేమ్ బీడబ్ల్యూ ఇస్ యాక్టింగ్ యాజ్ source for same BW, and where the connection is on RFCs, but you can consume the HANA view of the source, and source in the other system is source through as ODP, and you can define your data source on top. Step simple concept, you got this, yeah. చూడండి, నా బీడబ్ల్యూ సిస్టమ్ ఇదిగా నేను వాడుతుండేది, దాని డీటెయిల్స్ చూడు. BW 74 SP8 10 B78. ఓకే, ఆల్రెడీ నేను కనెక్షన్ క్రియేట్ అయింది. బట్ ఇఫ్ స్టిల్ డోంట్ వాంట్, ఐ కెన్ క్రియేట్ న్యూ వన్. ఈ డేటా సోర్స్ కాదు, కనెక్షన్ పారామీటర్స్ చూస్తే ఏం కనెక్షన్ ఇది, BW 74 SP8 10. సర్లే బస్, కొత్తది చేస్తాను. right click on this ODP and say what, create SH view center. Okay, source for myself, HANA views ODP. Right, it is asking me to build RFC bus. So I'm going to build RFC to the source system, source application. ECC అయితే ECC డీటెయిల్స్, కానీ ఇప్పుడు ఏదో నాకు సోర్స్ ఏంది అదే BW కాబట్టి ఐఎమ్ ట్రైంగ్ టు బిల్డ్ RFC టువర్డ్స్ ద సేమ్ BW సిస్టమ్. Login security, same. Login details of BW I'm giving. EN 001 cubex. Welcome 1 2 3. So remotely I'm able to log into BW itself again. Done. Not good. So I've got this connection, right? So now this is a connection to what? BW to BW, myself, but myself connection on for what? HANA views to be consumed as ODP objects. Now right click on this and say what? Display data source. You can just select any application component, classroom demo, okay? Create data source. Now it will ask me which ODP object do you want to use? What will be my ODP provider here? The view. Okay. So I'll now with this ODP connection, I'm able to consume my views as ODP providers. ఏది కావాలా TP views ఏది మన దీంట్లో ZCB what sales order 001 డేటా సోర్స్ పేరు ఏది కావాలంటే ఇచ్చుకో ZDS HANA view 001 some and it's a transaction data say okay. And is my direct access allowed? Direct access allowed means what? Can I connect this to a virtual cube? Yes or no? Proposal fields and okay. And we call it March code date type and proposal and then activate. Now you're able to see the preview. So I'm able to read the data from the view. Yes. Now this data source can be connected to and this data source supports direct access. You can connect to remote cube and any stuff. First option is what my path option so I can go to info provider, I can go to my provider. Can I create a cube with virtual saying based on direct access DTP and GP data source that connect JC transformations betti direct access DTP పెడితే అయిపోతుందా సర్లే what based on what direct access for DTP. So I can go with the virtual cube. Yeah. And I'll say దీని కూడా ఇన్ఫాబిల్ చెప్పాల్సి వస్తుంది but I will leverage the same info objects. Order, yes, order. ఇదేనప్ప yes, order. వీడు ఎత్తుకుంటాం అవే ఎనీ అదే ఫీల్డ్స్ కాబట్టి what is my data source? ZDS and we'll create what? Transformations. దీనికి యూనిట్ కావాలంటే I can just write a simple routine, so routine with unit and So I'll be creating DTP for what? I'll activate the direct access with which system? SH view source system. That's it. Now right click and set display data. I'm able to get those data. Can I also enable navigation attributes also? If required, you can enable navigation attributes also. This is one way of doing it. But in this case, did I end up creating info objects again? My data source was supporting direct access, so I could connect to remote cube. But when I got to build a remote cube, I end up creating info objects again. Yeah, this is one way of doing it. And as part of BA 7.4 SP5, we have a new type of object which is provider given as open ODS view. We have an option called open ODS view. There's one more provider. Adi man will learn the separate topic. ప్రస్తుతానికి అది కూడా వాడచ్చు అని చెప్తున్నాను అంతే. See, when you say open ODS view, that's also virtual object, virtual provider, but it enables you field-based modeling. Say I have a data source like this. I don't want to create my info objects. I would like to use the same definition of the fields in the transfer structure and build my provider, and the provider should enable me virtual access. By using this data source, which is already there, ODP enabled for HANA views, I can connect that to a open ODS view on Kotta provider. It's a new provider from 7.4 SP5, through which you can do field-based modeling is one aspect, and it is a virtual object. Virtual ante data physical ga staging ledannattu. I'll get to the topic later, but adi ela cheyochu chustunnam ante. ఇక్కడ చేయొచ్చు కానీ అసలు ఈడే చేస్తా ఫస్ట్. ప్రస్తుతానికి ఐ కెన్ డూ ఇట్ హియర్ బికాస్ వీ నాట్ టచ్ హనా మోడల్ BW మోడలింగ్ ఇన్ హనా. క్రియేట్ ఓపెన్ ఓడిఎస్ వ్యూ. ఒక్క నిమిషం డేటా సోర్స్ పేరు పెట్టుకున్నా. All info good, right? This option is what is open. I'll come back to this topic in detail later, but for now you understand it's a virtual object and field-based modeling. You don't need any info. You can leverage the fields of data source itself to build this out. చూస్తా ఇది బిల్డ్ చేయగలిగితే చేస్తా, లేదా అక్కడికి వెళ్ళిపోతాం. Z open 001 something open ODS 001 semantics. It is referring to what? Facts. And now you want this open ODS view to be built, and చాలా ఆప్షన్స్ ఉన్నాయి. You can have your open ODS view referring to HANA table, database view, data source, transformations. మనకి ఏం కావాలి? డేటా సోర్స్ అడగంగా ఏ డేటా సోర్స్ అని అడుగుతుంది. డేటా సోర్స్ పేరు ఇది. సో సిస్టమ్ SH views. ఇది మన సోర్స్ సిస్టమ్, ఇది డేటా సోర్స్. క్రియేటింగ్ అంతే. ఆ డేటా సోర్స్ ఫీల్డ్స్ పెట్టి you have all the data source fields, and just define the metadata semantics. Document number is my key characteristic, and customer, product, and then if you use BW, you have to use one by one. HANA modeling like you can drag and drop cheyochu. Ikkada multiple drag and drop ledu. Characteristic, product, contract, quantity is what? Key figure. Unit is what? Unit of measure. For quantity, I want the association with which field. Unit as what? I can link a period. So the quantity is referencing the Z unit, and that's fine. And I say generate. Sorry, activate. I have done. Ready. Now right click on this and say display data. Okay. See, you can create open ODS view here in RSA1, but you can also create open ODS view in BW modeling. I'll get to that later. Okay. So this is another option of consuming HANA model using open ODS view also. Okay, Nana? I'll go to the association tabs also in detail later. When I go to association means you can associate, let's say I have open ODS view. I can also associate this with the master data in BW. Or I associate one open ODS view to another open ODS view. For example, I will say change this. I want to link this to, let's say, contract ID. Sorry, you go to this contract. Association to info object, which info object is my contract S contract. And navigation attributes, you can start selecting all the fields now what I want. Customer something sales org I want from there. So now I mapped my field contract with the master data called what? Master data of BW and refer to those navigation attributes also. Activate. So I can use association like this to refer to the navigation attributes. So see, only fields. I am able to refer my master data navigation attributes also. So level కొన్ని దానికి డేటా ఉన్న దానిలో అన్నిటి కొన్ని డేటా వస్తుంది navigation. See now, ఇది field based navigation attributes can be transported. Everything is there is a flexibility of this. Okay. I can do reporting on this. This is like another provider. So you can info provider. So when I say info provider, you can do reporting. You can do reporting on any of this. So can I create a report? This contract number and I get even the attributes. Yes or boss? Yeah. And I get contract types, end date, of which are navigation attributes also, like full drill down. And you can do reporting on these virtual cubes. We know that already. Remote cube on Hana model. As it is, I can do this. This normal contract number and okay. ఇవన్నీ పంచాయతీ లేకుండా లుక్ అట్ దిస్. అంటే ఇంకో పాయింట్, ఇది ఎక్కడ డాక్యుమెంట్ చదవలే. మై సిస్టమ్ ఆర్ సంథింగ్ ఇట్ ఇస్ ఆల్రెడీ గివెన్ బై SAP. Mine is 7.4 SP11, the latest one. Yeah, this is SP11, not దీంట్లో ఏమవుతుందంటే when I say create query, find underscore sales ZGB sales. Your description actually నాకు ZCV sales orders 001 కూడా అదే డిస్క్రిప్షన్ ఉంది. ఐ కెన్ చూస్ ఎనీ వన్. నేనేమంటానంటే డైరెక్ట్గా నువ్వు వ్యూ మీద రిపోర్ట్ చేయగలుగుతున్నావు అన్నట్టు. నువ్వు ఇవన్నీ ఎందుకు చేసినావు? డైరెక్ట్ దాని మీద రిపోర్ట్ చేయొచ్చు కదా. So view itself is like another way of cubes. వస్తుంది రిపోర్ట్. If it is SP11, I have this flexibility of creating report directly on my open notice view that viewer reporting approach. Okay, boss? Yeah? But when you're doing it this way, you're not able to associate that with any of the master data, navigation attributes cannot be done. Yeah? Okay. Just play in those fields. That's it. Yeah? ఇంకొక ఆప్షన్ ఉంది యూ హెడ్ అబౌట్ సంథింగ్ కాల్డ్ కాంపోజిట్ ప్రొవైడర్ కాంపోజిట్ ప్రొవైడర్ ఇస్ యాక్చువల్లీ ద రిప్లేస్మెంట్ ఫర్ యువర్ మల్టీ ప్రొవైడర్ అండ్ ఇన్ఫోసెట్ I can build composite provider documents I can build composite provider on top of this view and do reporting on composite provider also. I can build composite provider which will see multiple cube same cube like view would what I can combine multiple cubes or cube and view with the help of composite provider and then do reporting. So if I have single view, can I build a composite provider on top of it and then do reporting on it? Yes, I can do that. But we'll do that. But there's an option of doing it. We can do now. See, ZCV sales 001. Another option is composite product. I'll go to what? Composite product, you have to do it from BW modeling tools in Hana. Now just get to BW modeling tools and I'll have to create one what? BW project. Just choose a connection from SAP GUI. This is my connection. And password is welcome 123. BW connection. Okay. You have BW connection, right? I can right click. If I want, see, I would like to use my modeling by using HANA models also into my composite whatever. So what I should do is once my product is, I must attach HANA system. Attach HANA system. Here the SP9 system. I have done that. Now you get to see all the info providers, like which is nothing but all your info areas. So I'll come to the topic composite provider again in detail, but I'll just use some info area here. This is all info areas, so I can create my new info. RS1 there, and I can right click on this and say new. What is it you want? Composite provider. Yes, test. Yes, test. Union is okay. Don't worry on this. I just want add HANA view, which is what ZCV sales 00. ZCV sales order 001, and refer all these fields into this. Ante నాకు single object to composite provider activate. Composite provider yes test is activated. Now go to my Bex report, say create yes test. Can I do reporting like multi-provider? Can this be another way of consuming that was? Okay, was? But so what now? Now given these options, now what I've got? One is transient provider. Transient provider is one option. Then virtual cube based on HANA model. Then system with remote cube based on Direct as ODP source system with open ODS view and composite provider also can be leveraged. Direct reporting. Okay, direct reporting. But this only in 7.4 SP11. నాకు వేరే దాంట్లో కనపడలే ఊరు ఎత్తుకుంటూ పోతుంటే చూసినా అంతే. I never read any document of this. I could see that enabled for support. ఆ రిపోర్టింగ్ అన్నిటికీ we don't have to see. Okay, let's try to focus, formulate chart on this, then we'll get. Sir, documents not, which documents? Excel. I'll send that. నువ్వు చెప్పన్నా. నువ్వు చెప్పు. Price and provider, do you need Infobix? No కదా. No. Can you associate that with the master database? Yes. Can it does support navigation attributes? No. Reporting? Yes. Virtual? Yes. Can it be transportable directly? No, but table level. I'll say table level. And virtual queue based on HANA model. Infobix required? Yes. Associate with master database? Yes. Support navigation attributes? Yes. Reporting? Yes. Virtual? Yes. Transportable? Yes. ODP SS remote queue based on direct access DTP. Infobix required? Yes. Associate master data? Yes. Supports navigation attributes. Reporting? Yes. Virtual? Yes. And then transportable? Yes. And ODP source system with open ODS view? Infobix required? No. Associate master data bus? Navigation attributes bus? Yes. Reporting bus? Yes. Virtual bus? Yes. Transportable bus? Yes. Composite provider, Infobix is required? No, right? We are not doing it. No. Associate with master database? Actually, there is a flexibility. Composite provider lo kuda no customer association cheyochu annattu. Even within the composite provider, I can have a concept called output where I can do association of it also. Okay. So yes sir, yes sir, yes, yes, yes. The direct reporting ante em levu kadana. Infobix not required. Master data no. Can you associate with master database? Navigation database, no. Reporting, yes. Then virtual, yes. Transportable, it has to go with, yes, but HANA native transport. If it is an HANA model which is built on HANA, రెండు విధాలుగా ఉంటుంది. You can publish Cubase HANA model, అట్లా వేరే transport. But if you explicitly created your HANA model in HANA manually, then it has to go with HANA native transport only. So yes, but HANA native transport. Table level transport with CTS, normal SAP transport. Now, ఇప్పుడు చెప్పు ఏది వాడుతావు నువ్వు చెప్పండి. తక్కువ పని ఉండాలా, పని అయిపోవాలా, అన్ని కావాలి. If you're being more if you're trying to give more optimization, what is it you prefer? Saying what? I would prefer to give in with less, and I don't want to take the load of creating info objects, but I still want to leverage the association with the master data, and I still want to leverage the association with with the navigation attributes also, and should be able to do reporting. Okay. ఇంకో పాయింట్ అంటే ఇంకొక చిన్న పాయింట్ ఉందన్న, ఈ ఓపెన్ ఓడిఎస్ వ్యూలో ఇంకో బెనిఫిట్ ఏంటంటే, ఐ సెడ్ దర్ ఇస్ అన్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆఫ్ మాస్టర్ డేటా కదా, we also have flexibility of association to another open ODS view also. For example, ఇలా రిక్వైర్మెంట్ ఉంది అనుకుంటే, for example, I have two views. One is calculation view, one is attribute view అనుకుందాం. Attribute view is for customer details, let's say, and calculation view is for sales. Now for this sales, you create an open ODS view. Well, ఈ కస్టమర్ మాస్టర్ డేటా కూడా క్రియేట్ ఓపెన్ ఓడిఎస్ వ్యూ. ఏమంటే దిస్ ఓపెన్ ఓడిఎస్ వ్యూ ఇస్ మాస్టర్ డేటా సిమాంటిక్స్, అండ్ దిస్ ఇస్ ఫ్యాక్ట్. ఇప్పుడు నాకేంటంటే, ఐ వాంట్ దిస్ ఓపెన్ ఓడిఎస్ వ్యూ ఆఫ్ సేల్స్ టు గెట్ ది డీటెయిల్స్ ఆఫ్ అనదర్ ఓపెన్ ఓడిఎస్ వ్యూ, అసోసియేషన్ విత్ అనదర్ ఓపెన్ ఓడిఎస్ వ్యూ పాసిబుల్. యూ గెటింగ్, ఐ చూస్ సమ్ డీటెయిల్కి వెళ్ళిన చెప్తాను. యూ గెటింగ్ వాట్ ఐమ్ సేయింగ్? ఒక ఓపెన్ ఓడిఎస్ వ్యూ ఉంది విచ్ ఇస్ రెఫరింగ్ టు ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ డేటా, ఐ గోట్ అనదర్ ఓపెన్ ఓడిఎస్ వ్యూ విచ్ ఇస్ రెఫరింగ్ టు అట్రిబ్యూట్ వ్యూ. అది క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ విత్ అట్రిబ్యూట్ వ్యూ అనుకో. ఈ ఓపెన్ ఓడిఎస్ వ్యూ సంబంధించిన అట్రిబ్యూట్ వ్యూని దీన్ని కనెక్ట్ చేయాలి, అంటే ఈ ఓపెన్ ఓడిఎస్ వ్యూ దీన్ని కనెక్ట్ చేయాలి. సో ఐ కెన్ కనెక్ట్ ఓపెన్ ఓడిఎస్ వ్యూ విచ్ ఇస్ రిప్రజెంటింగ్ మాస్టర్ డేటా టు అనదర్ ఓపెన్ ఓడిఎస్ వ్యూ విచ్ ఇస్ రిప్రజెంటింగ్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ డేటా. అట్లా కూడా కనెక్ట్ చేయగలుగుతారు. ఐ హావ్ దట్ ఫ్లెక్సిబుల్. అంటే 2-3 వ్యూస్ ఉన్నాయి, 3 మాస్టర్ డేటా వ్యూస్, ఒకటి అనలిటికల్ వ్యూ, క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ వ్యూ ఉంది, 4 ఓపెన్ ఓడిఎస్ వ్యూ క్రియేట్ చేసి ఆ 3 ఓపెన్ ఓడిఎస్ వ్యూ ఈ ఓపెన్ ఓడిఎస్ వ్యూ కనెక్ట్ కూడా చేసి అసోసియేషన్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఐ హావ్ ఈవెన్ దట్ ఫ్లెక్సిబిలిటీ ఆల్సో. Okay. And then composite provider, again, it's you're not creating info object, but you're straight away leveraging that. It's direct reporting. I don't, but you still have the problem of not being able to leverage your master data and your navigation attributes. Okay. If almost info objects అవసరం లేకుండా మాస్టర్ డేటా ఉండి, నావిగేషన్ అట్రిబ్యూట్స్ ఉండి, ట్రాన్స్పోర్టేషన్ ఈజీ, అన్ని నార్మల్ స్టాండర్డ్ మెకానిజం ఉండే కాన్సెప్ట్ ఏముంది? రెండు ఉన్నాయి, open ODS view and composite provider. Okay, but composite, I know you can build composite provider with single object also, but generally if it is field based modeling, virtual access, I would go with what? Open ODS view. Only when you basically try to combine, union or join, that's where composite provider actually comes in, but we can also leverage it here as ఒక ఆప్షన్. సో అల్టిమేట్లీ ఏది వాడుతాను నేను? ఇది ఉంటే ఇది వాడేస్తాను. అది ఇది కూడా నాకు ప్రాబ్లం ఏమిటి, మార్కెట్ రాదు. I will prefer going with what? Open ODS view would be, I think, ఇన్ఫార్మిక్స్ అవసరం లే, మాస్ డేటా ఉంది, నావిగేషన్ అట్రిబ్యూట్స్ వస్తున్నాయి, రిపోర్టింగ్, ట్రాన్స్పోర్టేషన్ అన్ని సేఫ్ గా జరుగుతాయి, స్మూత్ గా ఉంటుంది. చెప్పు, నువ్వు చెప్పు, నీకు ఇట్లా ఆప్షన్స్ ఏది వాడతావు అన్నిట్లో. ఇంకా 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 లేని ఇంకా చూడడానికి బెనిఫిట్ ఏమంటే, ఇప్పుడు నాకు క్రియేట్ ఓపెన్ ODS వ్యూ రెఫరింగ్ టు సేల్స్ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ వ్యూ. అట్లా కాకుండా దేస్ వన్ మోర్ అట్రిబ్యూట్ వ్యూ రిప్రజెంటింగ్ కస్టమర్ మాస్టర్ అనుకో, దానికి మళ్ళీ ఇంకో ఓపెన్ ODS వ్యూ క్రియేట్ చేసి ఆ మాస్ డేటా ఓపెన్ ODS వ్యూని నా ఫ్యాక్ట్ ఓపెన్ ODS వ్యూకి లింకింగ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. I cannot do that in composite provider or others also. So నా అనాలిసిస్ అంటే, as per my understanding, I feel open ODS view would be the one which can satisfy any requirement. అంటే ఇన్ఫార్మేట్ లేకోకుండా మాస్ డేటా, నావిగేషన్ డేటా అన్ని వేరే ఓపెన్ ODS వ్యూ అసోసియేషన్ కూడా చేసుకునే ఛాన్స్ అండ్ వర్చువల్. కానీ ఇట్లా వ్యూస్ ఎవడు చూడ, ఈయన కూడా చెప్పినట్టు పాపం కరెక్ట్, ఓపెన్ ODS వ్యూ కరెక్ట్, రైట్. Any difference between composite provider and new composite provider in functionality? Difference, and if you can create composite provider here, it would be clear, but now there's no more concept of creating composite provider here. You have to create in HANA models. ఏం లేదు పెద్ద డిఫరెన్స్ అక్కడ చేసి అంటే 7.5 లో అక్కడ కూడా చేసేది ఉండింది. అక్కడ చేసిన దానికి ఇక్కడ చేసిన దానికి డిఫరెన్స్ ఏమి ఉండదు. ఆబ్జెక్ట్ టైప్ వేరే అవుతుంది. అంటే వెన్ యూ బేసిక్లీ డూ అ ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్స్ రైట్, వీటికి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు జనరల్గా ఈ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ టైప్ అని తీసుకుంటాం కదా, RS for the composite period what you create in RSA1 and for the composite period what you create in HANA model, object type could be different. COMP ఏదో వేరే కొద్దిగా ఉంటుంది అంతే, బట్ COM, but ultimately both are same, so it should not be make difference. అదే ఇది SP11 కాబట్టి ఇంకా అక్కడ లేదు. ఇప్పుడు ఇది SP5 you can create composite provider in RSA1 or HANA model, any HANA modeling, BW modeling లో, but latest version అయితే straight away composite provider, open ODSV, advanced DSO, straight away will get into BW modeling. Okay. I'll share the document. But this is clear, boss. New CKF. Okay. When I'm doing reporting on view directly, then what is it? He's saying in the calculation view, can we create a new CKF, new calculated key figure? Yes. All we've seen. It's simple, I think you've seen that. నాకేదో కావాలి, new calculate column, discount quantity. I'll just say what is it? I want it as a measure. I'll say something quantity minus either 2 or either. You can always build 120 minus 2, 18, and you can build it. This is how you can build your calculate column in views, that's okay. But so this is what about consuming HANA models in BW. Okay. Yeah, next we'll stop it here, but focus for tomorrow would be how do we consume BW models in HANA, reverse rape. And BW no cube and DSO unte, how do I consume them in the backend layer? If it is 7.3, it's a different mechanism. If it is 7.4, it's a different, slightly improved. So tomorrow we'll focus on how do I consume BW models in HANA. Now today we had focused on how to consume HANA models in BW. Now tomorrow it will be how do I consume BW models in HANA. So you should be able to consume two ways. BW we can mix up both the modeling and get more appropriate modeling benefits. Okay,